Hey guys, Wolf here, back with a brand new video. So Gen 9 is out, and with it came a ton of new Pokemon. So I'm going to be giving my personal thoughts on all the new Pokemon that I've seen so far. And honestly, I think this generation did it really well. So how it's going to work is I'll be giving it a rating out of 10. 1 meaning I absolutely hate it, 5 meaning it's fine, I'm neutral towards it, and 10 meaning I love it. So, without further ado, let's get right into it, starting with Sprigatito, which was my personal choice for all the starters. It's a cute little grass cat. What's not to love about this thing? It was my favorite of the base forms from the moment I saw it. And there's nothing else I can really say about this besides 9 out of 10. It looks cute. I adore it. Floragato, I think is how you say this one, might just be my favorite middle form ever. I can't describe. It's a little. I was bummed when I figured out that it was bipedal, but this whole line, if it wasn't in the newest in a series of a bunch of bipedal starters, I think people would really like this, say if it came out in like Gen 6. Because it's a really decent designed Pokemon. And yeah, 8 out of 10. Meowscarade is a grass dark type and just looks sick. This is a definite 9 out of 10 for me. I love that this was my starter choice. It reminds me of a thief or a vigilante, and it also kind of reminds me of like Puss in Boots somehow. Like if Puss in Boots had a sassy older sister. That's the vibe I get from this thing. Even though I think it's supposed to be a magician. But yeah, 9 out of 10, without a doubt. Fuecoco is a tiny bundle of adorableness. And if you do not agree with that, then get off this video now. Fuecoco is so cute. And he, like the little intro scene when he burns the berry, he's adorable. I spent so long going between Sprigatito and Fuecoco. Still happy I chose Sprigatito, but Fuecoco is just adorable, and it deserves a 9 out of 10. Crocogala is just a fatter, uglier version of Fuecoco. If it didn't have the fire hat, I would not like it, but it has a fire hat. So it gets a 7 out of 10. Not that good of a middle form, though. Skeledridge is my favorite of the 3 starter final evolutions. This giant skeleton crocodile looks sick. And while I do love Meowscarade, I cannot deny that this thing looks cooler than it. This is a definite 10 out of 10 in all regards. Quaxley is a little duck with a cute hat. All 3 starters are great. This is my least favorite of the 3, but I love how it always flips its hair whenever it does something. It's just cute. Great 8 out of 10 and starter. Real nice. Quaxwell, on the other hand, though, is my least favorite Pokemon from this entire generation. It is just not. It is horribly designed. I just hate it so much. I get that middle stages are supposed to be awkward, but this isn't awkward. It's just disgusting. This is a 1 out of 10 for me. Quavel, on the other hand, turns this line around and becomes this is not what I expected Quaxly's final to be, but I'm happy it is. I love the color scheme. I love the typing. It just is a good design. This is definitely an 8 out of 10. Overall, this generation did it pretty well with the starters, I think. Much better than last generation. Lechonk is an adorable little ball of pig with the best Pokemon name ever. It took Squirvet's spot as my favorite early route normal. I just love it so much. This is a definite 8 out of 10 for me. Oinkoloing is alright. I like that it has different gender forms, but it's sort of just a pig Pokemon, and there's nothing really else to it. It's a 7 out of 10. It's a nice evolution, but it's just not my thing. Tarantula is similar to that. It's a cool early route bug, but still just, and I like that it has a web backpack. It's a nice spider, but it's not as good as Spinda, though. Just a 7 out of 10. Spidops, on the other hand, is sick, menacing, and its animation when it in-game, when it crawls around, is so terrifying that I just love it. If this thing was stronger, it would have been on my playthrough team. This is a definite an 8 out of 10 for me. It just looks so cool. Himbo is another really good early route bug design. My only problem with it is that it's really small and hard to find in the open world map, but other than that, it looks nice. Good 7 out of 10 Pokemon. Low Kicks is my favorite bug type of all time now. It blew my last favorite out of the water. It is a sick, evil looking bug that its legs can turn into chainsaws when it does a flying kick. That is so awesome. This is a definite 9 out of 10. This thing looks awesome. Palmy is a cute Pikachu clone, but other than that, I don't have anything else to say for it. 6 out of 10. And Pomo is just Palmy, but it stood up. 5 out of 10. And Palmot is just Pomo, but its fur got a little scraggier. So, just 5 out of 10. This line isn't the best, but it's also not the worst. I love that Wooper got a regional form. I get to experience the joy of Wooper all over again with this. It's adorable little bundle. Ground Poison is actually a really fun type to use, and it's just great. This is a definite 8 out of 10. It's Wooper. How can you not love him? But Clodsire is amazing. This is a great, awesome, perfect Pokemon. He is just a giant ball of cute and derpiness, and I love him so much. This is a 10 out of 10. I cannot express how much I love this guy. Just look at him. Look at him. Tandemas, I think, is this one. It's alright. It's 2 small mice together. It's kind of just a 4 out of 10, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Mosshold is 3 or 4 mice. What does bump it up for me is its move, Population Bomb, despite having a really funny name, is actually overpowered if you use it in the right way, dealing up to the combined damage of almost 3 Hyper Beams, I think, which is insane, and I definitely see this Pokemon being used in competitive. So that makes it a 6 out of 10 for me, but it's still not that great design-wise. Fido is a cute little donut dog with a great name. It is just adorable, and there's nothing else I have to say for it. 8 out of 10. Doshkiban, butchered that. Anyway, moving on, is the perfect evolution for Fido. You bake the bow, the dog gets older. I love the color scheme. Just everything about this guy's amazing. This is a great 9 out of 10 Pokemon. It's honestly it's definitely one of my favorite fairy types. It's just a great mon. Smoliv is a cute little olive, but I don't know. It never really did me as well as some of the other early game plant type. Grass types, not plant types. Jeez, Wolf, of how long have you been playing this series? It's alright. I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but it doesn't do anything special for me. Dolliv, on the other hand, is a bit better. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's one of those humanoid Pokemon that they give it the right blend of human and animal or plant features to make it not look just like a person. I like it. It looks like it would be my friend. This is a 7 out of 10. I think that's about right. Arboliv is strange, to be honest. There's a lot going on, and not in a good way. I don't hate this Pokemon, but it's gonna have to grow on me. 6 out of 10, I'd say. Squawklaby is just a weak unevolvable bird with a weird haircut. I like that it posts a taxi, but other than that, it doesn't have anything I actually care about. Just another entry in my decks. 6 out of 10, moving on. Nactly I like for the sole purpose of its entire line looking like it is Minecraft and Pokemon having a crossover event. I also like that Nactly's name is the chemical formula for salt, just combined into one word, which I like. I also like that its eyes glow red whenever it gets angry. I'd say this is a solid 7 out of 10. It's a cute Rockmon. Nalkastack looks even more like a Minecraft creature, and I think that just makes me like it even more. This is a solid 8 out of 10. Plus, its signature move is just fun to use. Garganacl, I think, is this one. I'm gonna butcher a lot of these names, guys, just warning you. Is a giant rock mech, and I love it so much. This thing looks sick. This is a definite 9 out of 10 for me. So awesome. Annihilate. This is a great mon. I like that Primate finally got an evolution, and I like ghost fighting. I don't like the design as much as some other people. It's an alright, but it's not a godly design as some others describe it as. It's a 7 out of 10 Pokemon. It's alright, but I don't know. I don't really care for it that much. Charterant is a cute little fire child made of ash. I don't get what you wouldn't like about this guy. It is a solid 8 out of 10. Plus, it gets bonus points for it because of its evolutions. Speaking of them, Armarouge is sick. Both of its evolutions are sick, and I like Armarouge a little bit less than Scarlet. This is still a 9 out of 10 Pokemon for me. I love how its shoulder pads turn into cannons when it uses its signature move, like Mega Man style. I love the color scheme. It's just a great mon. Saying that though, I think Ceruledge is better, personally, because it is just... It's got swords for hands. I love the color scheme. The ghost typing just works so well. Both of these Pokemon are great, but Ceruledge just takes the edge a little for me. This is a 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. Tadbulb is a cute little light ball that just makes me smile when I see it. It is just adorable, and I love it. This is an 8 out of 10. Bellybolt is even cuter and is a giant derpy frog with 4 eyes. This is a 9 out of 10 without a question. Look how cute this thing is. Wattrel is a nice early game bird, and its electric flying type is pretty fun and definitely strong. Plus, it's kind of cute, but kind of creepy at the same time. It's a definite 7 out of 10 for me. A good base bird. Elo Wattrel, though, is a 9 out of 10. This thing is so menacing and was so fun to use on my playthrough. I love this thing so much. By far, 9 out of 10, no questions about it. This one. I waited so long to get a Dunsparce evolution. There was so much cool fan art. But no, we got this. The Dunsparce, you are the embodiment of disappointment. You get a 1 out of 10. That's it. Dunsparce deserved better, guys. Turning that around was Giraffrig's evolution for Rigorath, and this thing looks nice. I like it. I love the typing, and it's the idea of having its second head become a hoodie is nice, and it's just a cool giraffe Pokemon. 8 out of 10. I like it. Mastiff is adorable because it tries to be menacing when it just looks like a little hot dog with mustard on it. Plus, it's a dark type, and I'm biased to them, so this is an 8 out of 10 as well. It's a puppy. It's a cute little puppy. Mabostiff, though, is 9 out of 10 for 2 reasons. One, I like its design. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. But 2, its role in the story was so great because it made me do a complete 180 on Arven's character. I went from hating him to loving him. It gave me so much motivation to do the Titan battles. You love seeing this guy get better. It is so nice to watch. This is 9 out of 10 without question. Shrudo, I don't know how to feel about this guy, to be honest. He's kind of weird and doesn't look anything like his evolved form. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. He just doesn't do it for me. Grafaiai looks pretty fun. I've always liked Eyes, and I'm happy we got on a Pokemon. Plus, it's a graffiti artist, which is pretty cool. I will say it looks more like a middle than a final. But overall, still a nice ice Pokemon. I just wouldn't use it. But yeah, 6 out of 10. It's alright. Oh, here we go. I am so happy about this guy. Tauros finally got some love. This is its most common form, and in this form I don't love it because it just looks like they gave Tauros black fur and shorter horns. It's not bad, but I wish they could have done more for the most common form. Its aqua form looks kind of weird. The horns are strange, and I thought it looks more like a Buffalant body with just a Tauros head. Still good, but not that well executed. And the Flame Breed is by far the best Tauros form. If this alone was it without the other two forms, I would have still loved it. I would have still given it the same rating. But for all three forms, for Paldea and Tauros, it's a definite 9 out of 10. This guy, he went from being one of the worst to just being an absolute powerhouse and so sick. Brandlim, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect him. He's just kind of another annoying ghost grass type to wander into, and his design's weird. I don't hate him, but 6 out of 10. Same for Brandlegas, because it's just Bramblin, but pointier. 6 out of 10. Toadschool is genius and hilarious watching him run around on the tiny feet. But having Tentacool turn into a mushroom and be called Toadschool is just genius. I want to shake the guy's hand that made this. Great 8 out of 10 mon. And Toadschool doesn't look bad either. Looks like a cool fungus monster, which I like. Nice 7 out of 10. Cloth was kind of disappointing. I kind of hope he would be a little cooler and get an evolution. But seeing the Titan one for the first time was really fun. So I'm still giving him a 7 out of 10. He's a good crab. Caspakid is ugly on purpose, and for that reason, I love him. He's like a little ugly baby. He's adorable in an ugly way. 7 out of 10. Scovillain is really ugly. That's its whole purpose, but it does get bonus points for being the first fire grass type. And I love that one head does physical attacks while the other does special attacks. It's a 7 out of 10 as well. Pretty good mon, all things considered. Relola is just a dung beetle, and that is it. It is a 4 out of 10 for me, because I did not think we needed this thing, and I still don't. Rabaska makes it a bit better, but it looks confusing. It's just a 6 out of 10 for me. It's not my thing. Friddle, the community needs to give this little candy-wrapped chick a little more love. I think it's adorable, personally. I don't know. I just saw this thing and I liked it. It's a cute little bird. This is a 8 out of 10 for me. Aspara looks I love that it's an ostrich that looked like it was dipped in taffy and then given a bowl cut. It is crazy and wild, and for that reason I like it. 8 out of 10. Tinkatink. Oh, I've been waiting for this line. I love this line so much, and Tinkatink is a adorable little baby with a bottle, and its typing of Fairy Steel is awesome and so strong and fun. This is a 9 out of 10. Tinkatuff continues it. Now it's got a giant hammer and it looks like it can smash stuff. Again, really fun. 9 out of 10. And Tinkaton is just perfect. This is a 10 out of 10, and this is my new favorite fairy type. It just looks like it could kill you, and it can. Everything about this I just love, and I just absolute 10 out of 10. And good job, Game Freak. Wiglet is weird, honestly. I didn't expect him. I don't hate him, but I didn't expect him at all. He's alright. 6 out of 10. I don't really care that much that we got a Wiglet. Wug Trio, I like the name, but other than that, he's just a 3 red Wiglets. So 6 out of 10. Just not my kind of thing. Bombardier is a stork, but instead of bringing children to their new homes, it drops bombs and rocks on people. And that is so dark and messed up that I kind of like it. Plus the whole thing when you were fighting the Titan one and it was dropping those giant boulders on you and you had to dodge them. That was fun and ridiculous. And it's just a solid design overall. This is a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Fenzin. Oh yes, we are at Fenzin. This thing is perfect. Perfect. I wanted a dolphin Pokemon for so long, and I got what I wanted. This is cute and adorable, and I just love it. I don't see how anyone couldn't. So this is a definite 10 out of 10 for me. Palfin looks a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. He reminds me of All Might from My Hero Academia, but I don't hate that. He's a superhero that looks like a superhero. He's fun. He's just a little annoying to evolve. But other than that, I don't mind him. I give him an 8 out of 10. Not as good as Fenzin, but a pretty good Mon. Varum. I like Varum solely for his name and typing. His design's alright, but his typing is amazingly powerful, and his name, Varum, is just really fun to say. 7 out of 10 overall. He's a pretty good Mon. Reverum. Even funner to say. Still a great type, and his role in Team Star gives him an extra bonus point. 8 out of 10. He's a cool with poison car. I don't know what else to say. Cyclizar is a confusing one because he's everything I expected, but not what I wanted. I wanted him to have at least some sort of gimmick of his own. You can't ride around on him. He's just alright. He's still a cool looking dragon, but he's just the present form of the box art legends. So he's just let's say 8 out of 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, it's you. Okay. Earthworm is not the best for me. I never really cared for this guy that much. I thought he was a paradox form when I first saw him. I don't know, he just kind of looks goofy. He's just kind of a 4 out of 10 for me. I'm sorry for anyone that loves this Pokemon. I just don't. Glimlet is fine. I get the idea behind it and think they could have executed it a bit better, but it looks alright. I don't hate it. 5 out of 10. Mora is the exact same thing. Don't mind it, don't hate it. Again, 5 out of 10. Graveyard is the final dog of this region, and he is just a little ghost puppy, and I love him. He's just cute. I love him. 8 out of 10. Houndstone, on the other hand. Oh, yeah. Houndstone, yeah. He gets the award for being possibly the creepiest Pokemon. He is a giant skeleton dog with a tombstone on his head. How more BA can you get? I love him. 8 out of 10. Great Pokemon. So, when I first saw this, I didn't love it that much, but then I saw his name, Flamigo, which is genius because it's literally just taking one letter out of flamingo, but it's flamingo and amigo. He's a flamingo amigo. Otherwise, he's just an unevolvable bird that looks way too much like his original design. He's a 7 out of 10. The name bumps him up a lot, though. Kotodla is adorable in all sense of the word. I love how the weird mouth actually kind of works for him. And I love seeing him walk around. I'm doing the little waddle thing. He's a good 8 out of 10 in Pokemon. He's very cute. I like him. Titan, though, kind of downgraded. I like the idea of a narwhal Pokemon, but one having legs just doesn't really work that well. I'd give him a 6 out of 10. He just kind of looks strange, to be honest. Kingambit. I did not think Bishop needed it in evolution, but I'm happy we got one. This guy is complicated in the best way a Pokemon can be. Like, just look at all the spikes on this guy and that awesome crown. He's a pretty sick one. I give him an 8 out of 10. Veluza is a cool fish with purple spikes. Other than that, I have nothing really to say about this guy. 6 out of 10. He's alright. Dondozo is big catfish whale. Again, don't hate it, but I give it a 5 out of 10. I like the other one a bit more. Degree, probably butchered that one, but he's a little cute fish that comes in different colors. He's a gimmicky Pokemon, and I was never a big fan of gimmick Pokemon, to be honest. He's alright. He's a 5 out of 10. Oh, now into the Paradox Pokemon. First thing I gotta say, I love that the Paradox Pokemon's names are literally just descriptions of them. I find that hilarious. And first up is Great Tusk. Oh my god, is this guy amazing. They took Donphan, an alright looking Pokemon, and just made him an absolute unit. This thing is a definite 9 out of 10 for me. It looks sick. Screamtail. I did not think Jigglypuff needed a Paradox form. I don't hate him. I like the hair, but I don't know. He still just kind of looks goofy. I'd give him a 6 out of 10 is fine. Don't really care for him that much, though. Brute Bonnet is silly. It just kind of looks like a Moongus with hair. I like that Amoonguss got something, so 7 out of 10. But, again, nothing really that interesting going on. Fluttermane is probably my least favorite of the past Pokemon. It He's just mischievous with longer hair and a meaner look. It just doesn't do much for me. This is a 6 out of 10 as well, I'd say. Slitherwing. Okay, Volcarona. Both its forms are great. I love its future form a little bit better. But this is a definite 9 out of 10 Pokemon. I love how they took Volcarona and made him into a ground-dwelling Pokemon. And they made it work so well. Definite 9 out of 10. Okay. I forgot. Yeah, Spiky Shocks. This is definitely a 2 out of 10. I don't find anything... I find this guy just weird to look at. And even weirder when he walks around. There's nothing about him I really like. Now getting into the future ones. Iron Tread is great. He's a great design. But I like Great Tusk more. So I'm giving this guy an 8. No, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7, honestly. He's still a good Mon. Just Great Tusk is better. Iron Bundle, I'm happy that they gave Delibird something. I'm really happy that they gave him something. He looks, out of all the Paradox Pokemon, he's the one that looks the most like his original form. But I don't hate it. He's a 5 out of 10. Iron Hands, I like him. I like that he's an electric fighting type. And I just imagine, like, if they do make an anime of this, I just imagine Ash, like, high-fiving him and then getting electrocuted. Okay, just picturing that in my head has bumped this guy up a bit. 7 out of 10. And also, like the name. Oh, you. Iron Juglius is my least favorite Paradox Pokemon. He's even worse than Spiky Shots for me, because Hydreigon didn't need anything. Hydreigon's cool as he is, and then they just absolutely butchered it. I can't tell what's going on with him. This is a 1 out of 10 for me. He's just not that cool. Redeeming him, though, is Iron Moth, 9 out of 10. Just like Scatterwing, these two look so great. I love the wings. It looks like something I'd see in Star Wars, and I love that so much. And Iron Thorns, we got 2 great Mechazilla Pokemon. First with the Rilladan in Gen 8, and now with Iron Thorns. I've always loved Tyranitar, and now that he's a Transformer Tyranitar, he's even better. I had one on my playthrough team named Grimlock, and I don't know. I just really like this guy. 9 out of 10 for me. Fidgebax, he's alright. He's nothing crazy, but I don't hate him. He's a 6 out of 10. He just kind of looks goofy to me. Artabax takes it in a whole nother direction. This guy looks awesome. A perfect middle evolution, being both cute and intimidating. I like him. I like him a lot. He's a great 8 out of 10. Baculurba, I can't remember this one's name. He's a pseudo. He's an ice dragon, which I love. It's not the best design. I like it every time I look at it. But there are just some pseudos that I think look better. Also, I wish the pseudo wasn't a dragon type every generation. Just give Metagross, us, and Tyranitar some more friends. They need them. But overall, he's a pretty good Mon. I'd give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Gimme Ghoul, One, the name's great. Two, ooh, he's really annoying to evolve. I'm sorry, but do you know how long it took for me to find that last little gimme ghoul? That was so annoying. But I still love him. He's still cute. Good, good 7 out of 10. Oh, now we got you. Gold Diego's fine. I want a Gimme Goo to evolve into something like big and monstrous, like because Ghost Steel, there's something really cool that could have happened there. I don't hate him. He's like a gold surfer man made out of coins. I don't hate him, but he's just a 6 out of 10 for me. Not the best, but at the same time, not the worst. Wo-Chin was the first of the, I'm going to call them the sealed legendaries. I think that's what they're called, the 4 sealed legendaries. Wo-Chin was the first one I got. He was kind of disappointing because he's just like a big grass slug or snail thing. He's not the best, but at the same time, he's not horrible. He's a good 6 out of 10. Pow is my favorite out of these sealed legends. It's a ice saber-toothed tiger mixed with a weasel that is just amazing. I think the teeth look a little goofy, but overall, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. It's pretty cool. Tingla is silly, to be honest, but in a good way. First off, it's a first moose Pokemon, so that's great, but at the same time, the big bowl looks kind of dorky, but I love it at the same time. I don't know. I'll give him a 7 out of 10, but he's just kind of silly. Cheon doesn't look like a legendary. He looks more like a mythical. But I don't hate that. He looks alright. He looks cute. I'll give him a 7 out of 10 as well. Yes, Roaring Moon. I'm so glad we got to this guy. This is amazing. A perfect paradox of what a paradox Pokemon should be. And I'm so happy we got this. I cannot express how awesome this guy looks. And just is. This is a complete 10 out of 10. But saying that, Iron Valiant is my favorite Paradox Pokemon. And probably my favorite Pokemon this entire generation. The idea of combining Gardevoir and Gallade, 2 of the best Pokemon designs, into just a metal robot knight. And it looks like it can kill you. Those eyes are awesome. It looks so menacing and tough. I love this thing so much. You know what? 11 out of 10. I'm giving this an 11 out of 10. It's perfect. Koraidon. I love both of the box art legends. I think this generation did a great job with the box arts. I like Miraidon a little bit better than Koraidon. Koraidon's still great. I love the colors. I love the cool feather hair. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. The guy looks sick. And last but not least is Miraidon. This was my preferred choice because I did choose Scarlet at first. And yeah, it's an awesome lightning lizard that turns into a motorcycle. He's so sick. This is a great 10 out of 10. And with that, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I think this generation knocked it out of the park with Pokemon. But tell me your favorite in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, share this video with a friend. As always, please join the wolf pack. And I'll see you next time, guys.